guys, welcome back to the channel, Subsistence Traveling. I'm your host Jay. Today we're talking about 10 sports betting slash esports stocks to buy now. Okay, this is a rapidly growing industry. So let's take a look. All right, so I'm gonna give you an opportunity to look at the disclaimer. All right, so here's the case for sports betting stocks. Right now, we have relaxed regulations. As of 2018, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that sports betting is no longer illegal. Okay. Before that, it was only allowed in the state of Nevada. Now, the Supreme Court ruled that it's no longer illegal. So it's based on the states to decide whether or not it's legal in their particular state. And so far, close to either 18 or 19 states have went ahead and legalized sports betting, with more to follow. Some have amendments and different proposals. I think eventually the entire country will have sports betting. This right here is a secular growth trend. I think this can grow for a long time to come. I know, in my opinion, we're currently in a depression, a recession, or a depression, whatever you want to call it. But I think this is a secular growth trend. It's a vice, and vices generally do very well in a bad economy. So I think this is a good space to be in. It offers the potential for exponential growth. A lot of the companies are newer companies, very young companies, very well capitalized. So they do offer the especially with more and more states legalizing it. I think it will do very well. And you can get a lot of these stocks right now at very low dollar prices. So as always, we look at the criteria, we look at profitability, and just to give you a heads up, most of these companies are not profitable. Like I said, they're very new companies, so they're not profitable. Valuations. Valuations can be, especially when a company isn't profitable, it's very hard to assess valuations. What I can say is a lot of these stocks have run up very quickly, so you have to bear that in mind. Liquidity and solvency. A lot of these companies, like I said, are very new, so they're very well capitalized. I haven't included any on the list that isn't well capitalized and doesn't have sufficient liquidity and solvency. Most of them will not pay a dividend. There are a few, but most of them don't pay a dividend. I look at the fundamentals of the sector and industry, and the outlook is very bright for this industry. All right, so the first one we're looking at is DraftKings, ticker symbol DKNG, priced at $60.11. This is the obvious company. This is probably the most famous name. They're involved in sports betting, fantasy sports, esports, and so forth. Okay, so this is probably the most popular stock in the group. Next is VC Properties, ticker symbol VC, priced at $26.64, price to earnings of 17.25, price to book of 1.54, pays a dividend of 4.95%. And this is more considered a REIT, a real estate investment trust. They own lots of gaming properties throughout the US. Okay, and right now a lot of the physical gaming casinos, they're moving towards sports betting and investing a lot in the technology for sports betting. Okay, so this is more of a REIT play. All right, so we have HUYA, ticker symbol HUYA, priced at $25.35, price to earnings of 48, price to book of 4, and it pays no dividend. Okay, and this is a Chinese company. They're involved in esports. They offer live streaming. They offer basically many live events that allow gamers to interact socially and to have tournaments and things of that nature. Okay, so and China is becoming a very huge. China is going to be a very huge market for esports and sports betting. So this is definitely one to look at. We have GAN Limited or GAN Limited, ticker symbol GAN, priced at $25.93. Now this is a a British company. They supply the internet gaming software to many of the physical casinos. So this is like their basically they supply the software that allows a lot of these physical casinos to make the transition to the digital the esports, the digital sports betting. Okay, so this you should expect this one to grow very, very quickly. All right, so we have Rush Street Interactive, ticker symbol RSI, priced at $20.33. Okay, and this one, okay, so this basically they provide real money and social gaming products online. They own a very popular online sports book called betrivers.com. Okay, so from what I understand, it's a very popular sports book. I'm not a gambling man myself, but from what I understand, it's very popular. Okay, and this is something I'm considered buying myself. Okay, so yeah, definitely you want to do your due diligence and take a look at it. Next is MGM Growth Properties, ticker symbol MGP, priced at $32.56, price to earnings of $66.45, price to book of 1.7, pays a dividend of 5.99%. And this is another real estate investment trust. They own the okay, so you have MGM Resorts. This is the property division. They own the properties that the MGM Resorts are located on. Okay, and their balance sheet is excellent, versus their, MGM Resorts, their balance sheet is terrible. But this is definitely something to look at as a safer play, and they should benefit from, because I don't think people will esports and sports betting. It can also be a social event as well. So I believe, physical locations like this can benefit from it as well. All right, so we have the Esports Entertainment Group. Okay, and this is ticker symbol GMBL. Okay, and it's priced at $7.72. Price to book of 5.8, and it pays no dividend. Okay, this company offers online. It's a Malta-based company. They offer wages on sports and events, video game tournaments for real money. Okay, so this is the ultimate esports sports betting company. Okay, from what I understand, they have licensing they have licensing in over 150 countries. So this is definitely something to look at. Next is Allied Esports Entertainment, ticker symbol AESE. It's priced at $199, price to book of 1.45, no dividend. Okay, and this one, they produce content, they offer live streaming, and they allow players to be connected as it relates to esports, different tournaments, virtual tournaments, and things of that nature. Okay. Next is Skills Inc., priced at 31.27, ticker symbol SKLZ. They're a mobile game platform. They offer esports and games with social competition tournaments. Okay, and those things are very popular, especially in this age. I mean, they were popular before the virus, but it's just exploding now. All right, so last but not least is the Golden Nugget Online Gaming, ticker symbol GNOG, priced at $19.34, price to earnings of 176.66, price to book of 0.6, no dividend. Okay, and this particular company offers it's basically an online gaming company, sports betting and things of that nature. Definitely want to check it out. So here are some of the other companies to look at. We have Fubo TV. This is a sports streaming network. Especially if for you to bet on sports, you would have to actually watch the sports. So this is a network that allows people to stream sports. We look at Super League Gaming. Okay, and Super League Gaming is a social platform that connects people. I guess that's into esports. Sports is a social event. And if you're gonna have a social, I guess some sort of social media site, sports is a good thing to have that centered on. Matter of fact, I'm considering it's a very relatively a new company. I'm considering buying it myself because I think people will always have something to a lot of times when people want to start conversation, they'll start talking about sports. So you know I can't really consider a better social network than one that's related to sports and esports. So definitely something to look into. We have 500.com. This is just a gambling, this is a Chinese gambling website. Definitely something to look at. Penn National Gaming, very popular stock, ticker symbol PENN. I'm not really big on the financials on that one, but they're a traditional casino operator, but they're also involved in the sports betting. Basically, most of the traditional casino operators have either acquired or are basically starting their own sports betting esports platform. So this is a hot stock, but like I said, I did not like the financials. There's an ETF called BETZ, which is dedicated to the sector. You definitely want to check it out. Especially if you don't want to take the risk of trading individual stocks. I guess sometimes it's better to just get that basket. And that's the ETF that it's most accurately tracks this sector. There's other ETFs that deal with esports and so forth, but when you're dealing with ETFs, it's a basket of other things that's mixed in, so but this BETZ ETF seems to have focused mainly on sports betting. Okay, other companies to look at. You have a company called Scientific Games, Every Holdings, Playags, international game technology. Okay, and these companies provide different services. You know, some of them make games and the equipment, such as scientific games. Others, such as every provides financial equipment to the casinos. You know, so obviously, you know, you're dealing with money and so forth. So that's very important. You have PlayAgs. They supply a lot of casino games and systems and a lot of the technology to the casinos. You have International Game Technology, another provider of games and technology to the casinos, and they'll be very important, you know, in a lot of these physical casinos as they shift towards the digital betting and stuff of that nature. However, as far as international game technology, I did not like the financials, but nevertheless, you know, it's, you know, if you, it's something for you to look at, you know, do your own research. Here are some considerations. As I've said earlier, this is a very speculative sector because, again, a lot of these companies are not profitable. And again, the broad market is extremely overvalued. I expect a liquidity event very soon. We may see a crash. So these stocks you may want to take a look at. You know, you want to wait for the market to come down a little bit. You know, but long term, they're good. I think this is a good good for the speculative part of your portfolio. So guys, I ask that you please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And as I always say, peace to all.